All right. Hi, everybody. Today, the topic is, what do I need to earn? Because as we're choosing a career or career path, or at least a job, then part of it, I don't think is the most important thing, but part of what we need to figure out is, how much do I actually need to make? How much do I need to live on? And that's a tough question to ask, because you may have, you've got one example, your own household, but that may not be, you may not be in the exact situation. You may not live in the exact same area. You may not have the exact same job as a parent or guardian. You may not immediately have a spouse or children, or maybe ever. Your situation will be different. Might not live in the same, so it's tough to tell, and it matters a lot. So one of the better ways to figure out how much do I need to earn is to use a living wage calculator. I haven't found a perfect one. I don't know that there is one perfect living wage calculator that is going to be the absolute best, but I do like this one from MIT University. One of the reasons I like it is because it shows you some of the expenses as I walk you through it. So here's one, it's livingwage.mit.edu. And the first thing it does is ask me to select a location. I'm going to pick a city. First I'm going to pick a state, and then I'll pick a city. So I picked South Carolina, and I have picked Richland County. That's where Columbia is. So here we have a chart. Now, one adult on his or her own with no children needs to earn almost $18 an hour to pay for everything. One adult with one child needs to earn about $32 an hour. You might be a salary, but divide your, right here, you might have a salary and it's not an hourly wage, but but they have figured a standard amount for a 40-hour work week for probably about 50 weeks out of the year, which is somewhat typical. You can see the prices change as there are more, and they've got a little chart. Now this part is nice, but I want a little more detail. How are they calculating this? Well, they show me down here under typical expenses, and this is useful in itself without even any numbers. These are useful categories to be thinking of for your expenses as you start to plan a career that you need to make your own way in the world. So one person, one adult, might need this much in a year just for food. Okay, no childcare. This much for and so on. Here's with one child, and two, and three. So they've looked at a lot of different categories, and they've kind of grouped them together. They're trying to keep it simple so they don't have every possible category you can think of. Right? That's probably why other is a good size, because, oh hey, I spend some money on video games. Oh hey, sometimes I buy electronics. I ride a recumbent trike, so that was not a cheap purchase. The other thing that I like about this one is, for your planning, this is the amount after taxes. This is the amount before taxes. When you are applying for a job, they will give you the price before taxes. So here's one adult and two children. Here's two adults where they're both working. They've also got a little bit of stuff about annual salary. I'm not as interested in that because I'll show you another source later that will be, I think, more useful for you anyway.